Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.
Oh, okay. So Conor McGregor and what's his name? Dustin Poirier. They're going to have their trilogy fight. Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, whenever I post a video of a movie review or a fight and all that, people start commenting, hey, what the fuck are you talking about this? And why are you talking about fighting? And you're not a fighter. And oh, you watch movies also. Some of them even comment, oh my goodness, from branding you're actually talking about movies. Man, listen, I'm a normal human being like you. Okay, so we have our hobbies, we have our interests, we do normal stuff. So, you know, and I don't need to be a fighter in order to have an opinion about two fighters. I'm speaking as a fan. And though this is not a fighting channel, just let's enjoy, you know, just relax. So if you're a UFC fan or MMA fan, just put your comments down below and tell me if you agree, disagree. Okay. So now Conor McGregor and Poirier are fighting. What do I think? I'll be the first one to admit that in the last fight, I definitely predicted Conor McGregor would win and Dustin Poirier would lose. And my reasons for that was, number one is UFC wants UFC wants McGregor to win. UFC benefits a lot more by making McGregor win than Poirier, even though he fought top level competition. I mean, he lost to McGregor, and that McGregor, that magic or that aura was there. And McGregor had also come out very strong against Cowboy Cerrone. I mean, who ever thought he would, you know, start hitting people with the shoulder strikes? Just, I can't even move my shoulder. So anyway, let's, this is what I suggest. Let's keep our personal prejudices and likes and dislikes aside. If you go on, you know, like a WWE character, like one guy is good and one guy is bad, or like a movie, the storybook ending would be that Dustin Poirier would win because he's a good guy, he's a family man, he's a nice guy, he presents himself well, he's likable. And it's more like a Rocky story, you know. You lose the first time, then you come back with vengeance and you win. Okay, like a hero movie. Poirier, this Dustin on the other hand, Conor McGregor, I'm confused because I just finished my run. Conor on the other hand, now he has done it all. He has all the money in the world. He has a boat, he has a yacht, he sold his Proper 12 whiskey for 600 million. He is a multi-millionaire. He has brand deals, endorsements. He has a media company, most of which I believe will close down in time. Because he's not a businessman, he's a fighter. But he's a smart salesman. That's how he landed with the, Floyd Mayweather's fight. So now the question is, will he defeat Poirier? And this is what I'm trying to make you understand. This guy, where he has reached, is not because only he can talk. It's not because he has been this loudmouth or controversial character. If you look at even Kobe Covington, he took on the role of being a bad guy from being a respectful chap. You look at what's his name? Chael Sonnen. He took on the role of being from a nice guy to this, fancy potty mouth talking salesman. That's how Anderson Silva's fight was built so high. But these guys who talk like this, they talk and they back it up. That is what makes it so much fun. Like even Ronda Rousey, she, as long as the reign was there, with all the gimmicks that she was doing, that angry, grumpy face and, walking up to a guy and say, what the fuck will you do? During the coaching season, yeah, what you'll do? It used to piss us off. I'm pretty sure it pissed many people off, men and women alike. And everyone was waiting for her to be humbled. Now, nobody thought Holly Holmes would knock her out in the fashion that she did from here to planet Mars. I mean, that was devastating. And following that, when she made her comeback against Amanda Nunes, there was nothing spoken about Amanda Nunes. It was all Ronda Rousey's big comeback. She's going to come back and she's going to dominate the women's sport. And remember her coach, what is that jackass's name? I can't get his name now. What? Head movement. Trevor, what? Trevor Witt, no. Some name he has. So these guys at this level, the highest level, they are not there by fluke. Yes, there are always conspiracy theories that they paid money to throw the fight. Like Elite XC, where you had Kimbo Slice. The management told this guy, Seth Petruzelli, okay, make sure that you throw the fight. Or, Ken Shamrock, when he fought against Kimbo Slice, it was so evident that he got Kimbo on a rear naked choke, and then he wasn't able to finish him, and Kimbo destroyed him. So we know in fights like these, they throw it because you make more money throwing a fight, and there's no way to prove it otherwise. And people who are washed up and old, they don't mind. In fact, this big guy, Bob Sapp, just check his size out. I mean, small guys were able to knock him out. Fat guys were able to knock him out. How is this possible? It is because they have crossed their prime and they want to make easy money. So in the same way, at certain levels, yes. At certain individuals, yes. But at this level, at Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, they're going to throw a fight. So now you both have, both of them, one each. Conor McGregor during the first time and Dustin the second time. See, why Conor was able to knock him out the first time, he was hungry. He was really hungry. And he was playing his psychological tricks for the, very first time. Nobody had seen anyone do a Muhammad Ali kind of mind game, psychological warfare. Nobody saw that. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, nobody saw that. Nobody saw the hype that came. That is why he was the first one to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather. That is even before, the Paul brothers. So he knew how to sell a fight. He knew how to hype a fight. Remember how he destroyed Jose Aldo's, mind. He made sure Jose Aldo threw his game plan out and rushed forward, and he got knocked out. Conor McGregor really was the epitome of a perfect fighter. He would use psychological warfare, he would sell a fight, he would hype a fight, he would get the fans rallied up. We are not here to take part, we are here to take over. What an amazing statement. So now comes the third part. I know, you will say, yeah, give your fucking prediction, man. I'm giving the backstory because so that you understand why each fighter may or may not win. Now, Conor McGregor, I'll tell you, okay, I feel Conor McGregor may win, even though I want Poirier to win. I'll tell you, I'm being honest. I want Poirier to win. I really do. So that he can humble this guy. But then again, let's understand both their strengths. Conor McGregor is a person who, after he loses, he gets a fire in him. That's why if you see Nick Diaz, after he lost, he came back. Okay, with Khabib, he couldn't do it. But he's the type of guy, after he loses, he comes back stronger. Even Dustin, after he lost, he came back stronger. But now he has lost to Dustin. So before, if you see during the fight, Conor McGregor was flaunting his wealth, doing meditation Instagram photographs on his yacht, shadow boxing on a luxury yacht in Dubai, running in Dubai, buying a $1 million watch, 1 million dirham watch, I think, yeah, 1 million dirham. So he was busy flaunting the brand because he wanted to sell it and make money and be famous. Okay. But when you're a real fighter, when you're putting your heart and soul into something, all these are distractions. And what he had done was, he was not 100% focused. Because I'll tell you, even for a photo shoot, even for, even a media meeting, this eats into your schedule. When you're a fighter, you have to eat, sleep, everything on time. See, I have not been a professional fighter, but I've been a guy who prepared for triathlon. And I took it very seriously for 1 year. Man, 3 times a week, the whole day was busy. I wasn't working, I wasn't watching cartoons, I was not watching movies, I was not meeting my girlfriends. I was only focused 3 days a week, from morning till night. Eating, sleeping, training, and being with my coach, driving down, taking massages, this, that. And the other 4 days that I was off, I was busy preparing for the 3 days. And yes, balancing out my life. The reason why I stopped that is it's not possible. It's not possible to keep that lifestyle unless, of course, there is a return on investment. Which is why today you read the news that there's this female fighter, UFC fighter, who wanted $30,000 and Jake Paul donated $5,000. So it takes a lot out of you. So Conor McGregor focusing on so many other things, it's a distraction. And he's fighting at the highest levels. If he was fighting, let's say like Floyd Mayweather, he was doing exhibition matches, then I can guarantee that Conor would win. See, like for example, when Floyd Mayweather fights against his amateurs, you saw the fight between him and Logan Paul. The way Logan Paul was punching Floyd Mayweather, he was hitting him like this with both his hands. He was flip-flopping, It was not professional punching. Now, I'm not saying I'm a good... I don't even know how to give a single punch, I'll tell you. Even if my life depended on it. I don't know how to punch. I really don't. I just like this, It's you'll laugh. You'll think, man, my small 9-year-old daughter can punch and kick better than you. I can't. I just can't. I'm so afraid of being punched on the face. And these guys are actual fighters. So Conor McGregor, as long as he has all these distractions, he's not going to win. Now, after he lost, it was really embarrassing. And on top of that, Dustin Poirier exposed that donation that he was trying to say that he's giving. Conor went on this PR to show, I'm a good guy, I'm a nice guy, I donate to the poor, even though I'm going to fight this guy. So that completely flopped. And that fight was almost going to get cancelled because the way he embarrassed Conor McGregor. So Dustin knew that he would lose his payday. He apologized. Now, the only reason Dustin may win is because he's more focused. Nobody thought he would adopt the strategy of calf kicks. And neither did Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has a very stiff stance. He stands and he's great at punching. I'll tell you, even if you see the fight. Yes. Bye-bye. That's my kid. See, even if you see the first fight, even though Conor was getting hit on the calves, he was clipping Dustin Poirier. He clipped him with the shoulder hit. I watched it again and again. He hit him 2-3 times on the face. And had Dustin Poirier not had that calf kick strategy, Dustin Poirier would have been knocked out again. See, Conor McGregor didn't rush like Donald Cowboy. He didn't rush to destroy him within the first round. Had he done that, maybe Dustin would have been knocked out. But then again, maybe, could be, should be. And Dustin was able to destroy Conor McGregor's game plan. He destroyed his calf. So now Conor McGregor, how will he win? If he rushes in the first round, maybe he can overwhelm Dustin Poirier. first round or second round, he might win. And most probably with a knockout. That's how I predict it. He'll bloody and batter Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier, if he has to win, I would say this time it's not going to be first round. It's going to be second round, unless he gets a lucky punch. I see him either grinding out a decision or fourth or fifth round, because third round will be critical for both. Because Dustin gets better as the rounds go higher and Conor gets weaker, especially after the third round. We saw this during the Floyd Mayweather fight. We saw during Khabib's fight. Maybe because he has alcohol in his system, maybe because he smokes, maybe because he has some DNA issue. So yeah, Conor McGregor by first or second round. Dustin Poirier fourth or fifth round. The only way Dustin might win in the first round is lucky punch. But Conor McGregor, not lucky punch. He will try to swarm Dustin Poirier, not give him place to breathe also. So, can Dustin win by rear naked choke? Very hard, because Conor is very hard to put down unless you maul him like Khabib, the way Khabib did. Khabib is like a fucking super glue, Gets on top of you, finish. You should see his matches. So anyway, this is what I predict. You can let me know if I'm right or wrong, or I'm sure you might have a different point of view. I'd love to hear it. Please feel free. You can even tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's a fight worth watching. I hope they don't get injured. Hope they don't get sick. I hope they are at 100%. And it's definitely a fight that most of us will be eager. 9 more days, just a week. So let's see. Anyway, this is what my opinion. Would you like my analysis or thought on any other fighter? If you do, feel free. And if you're an MMA fan or fighter and you'd like to keep in touch, let me know. Might add you to my groups where they have all these kinds of discussions. Okay, not only this, other kind of topics. Okay, you guys take care. Let me signing off. Ciao.